Looking at tracing Sid's hands and claws, there are a few things to note. The first thing is that it can be quite tricky, so don't be surprised if you don't get it right first time. The second thing is, it's a good idea to use an oval for the palm of his hand like this. And then I also like to use an oval for the part of his hand that you can see going round behind his claws like that. I'm doing it in a different color so that we'll be able to pick out which is which a bit later on. Now going back to the orange, let's go and have a look at his claws. And the thing with his claws is that they have these facets, and you can see it from the dark edge. Let me just show you here. Do you see this dark edge here? And here you can see a dark edge. It's because the claws are actually in 3D. So I'll put two lines like that just to show it even more than it is. And then the bottom of the claws joins onto this inner oval for the palm of his hand. So that's how this claw goes, just a triangular shape really. I'm going to put in double line here to say that there's a facet there, and down it comes to join on. And he's just got 3 claws, and then they join on like that. Let's take a look at Sid's claws from a different angle. So here again, now you can see the facets much more clearly. And I would go and put in some sort of a circle or oval there to just give a sense of his arm. And then you can see here is an edge of this claw going round, and the back edge like that. And then this bit comes to there. Similarly here, there's an edge to his claws. And here, so although his claws are kind of triangular shapes, they're also these curved lines. And you can't really use circles to do them. You have to use the curved arcs. For this hand, wow, well, if we can see, this hand is pretty scary actually. So we're going to go back to using our blue. And let's put in some sort of a circly thing to show us, oh, there, his hand behind. And now coming back to the orange, because we want to put his claws in. Again, we've got the facets. So here it comes like that, like that, like that. There's one claw. This claw coming like this. This claw coming in behind like that. As I said, his claws are not simple. So don't be frustrated or dismayed if you can't get them right the first time. It's really, this is more of your journey of being able to see the shapes and things, the components and things. And so it's not the end result that matters, but the process of seeing differently. Finally, we get to drawing Sid's leg and foot, which is a walk in the park compared to his hands. And I'm going to use a few circles first to just define his leg. So I like this little corner here to a circle there. Then I always use some sort of a circle or oval to show the joints. So there would be a knee joint and this hip joint. From there I can take this curved line across. And you can see this is quite simple then to fill in where his legs join. And then you can see again even more clearly here the facets of his toenails. Let's call them toenails or claws. And again, here we go, just filling those in. And for his other foot, let's go with a bit of space here. This would be the knee, hip somewhere behind his belly there. We've got this curve coming around here. And there would be a curve there because that's where his foot would sit. And now faceted claws again. So you can see that tracing Sid's claws is really a matter of using curved lines more than circles, and then circly bits to show the joints of his legs and arms. Let's take a look at his hands and claws in this pose and just make use of the picture that we have. I'm going to use a nice imperial purple here and just focus on this hand and arm which is closest to us. So a circle for this elbow joint, a circle for the forearm or an oval for the forearm, and then this curved line where his hand joins onto the rest of his arm. And then, of course, we've got his claws. So coming out like that, curved line, another curved line, and there comes the facet. This curved line which defines part of the claw behind, another curved line, and this is a facet, and then here, this one. And we can see that there's some nail behind there. So if you were to do a little bit of shading like this, it immediately helps you to see what is the top flat surface of his claw and what is the bit underneath. And so that gives you a little bit of insight into Sid, his hands, his feet, and his scary claws.